43 right now, and you may be paying more than you should for car insurance. One driver learned his company tweaked his policy, triggering a rate increase. NBC4 consumer investigator Randy Mack shows you what to look out for.
Richard McIntosh says he drives 10,000 miles a year max. It's been that way for years, and that's what he's reported to his car insurance company, Mercury. But when Richard received his policy renewal, Mercury boosted his mileage to 11,000. He called the company to correct it.
And they said, oh yeah, we just assume that you drive an extra 1,000 miles a year.
He doesn't, and he says he made that very clear. Richard says Mercury adjusted the mileage and his premium. The bump up in mileage bumped his rate.
And the response I got was, oh, good grief, it only made a difference of $7. And I thought, well, that's $7, change it.
Richard thought he was done, but 6 months later, another policy renewal, another mileage bump, another attempted premium hike.
Okay, $7. Am I making a big deal out of nothing? But no, when you add it up by how big Mercury is, they've got to be bilking a lot of people out of some money.
Consumer advocate Jamie Court believes that's the plan.
Mercury wants to make more money.
Court explains it like this. Here in California, insurance companies can no longer rely on your zip code to determine what you pay for insurance. That's good news for drivers, but not for insurers. It's harder for them to make money. So Court thinks they're looking for other ways to pad their bottom line. And increasing your mileage is one way to do it. He believes insurers try to be discreet about it so you don't catch it.
It is trying to find a way to charge you more by overestimating how many miles you've driven so they can hear ka-ching, ka-ching in the bank account.
We called Mercury, and it told us if drivers don't report their mileage at renewal time, it'll automatically increase it by 1,000 miles. It keeps doing this up to 13,000 miles. And the State Department of Insurance says Mercury is doing nothing wrong. It allows insurance companies to bump up your mileage at renewal time. The burden is on the insurer to catch it and correct it. Court says that needs to change. And so does Richard. After 11 years of loyalty to Mercury, he says the company has finally lost his business.
I've left them. So I had both my homeowner's policy and my auto policy with Mercury, and I have canceled both of those policies.
In a statement, Mercury also said the mileage request is clearly visible at the top of the renewal letter, and that a similar process is utilized by most insurance companies. So the lesson here is pretty obvious. Those renewal policies are dense, but you need to read them and especially look at your mileage. And this is a good time to remind you that underestimating your mileage is considered fraud and can get you in a lot of trouble. For Today in LA, I'm Randy Mack.